everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here again with another process video. Now today I'm working with my October Scraptastic kit, which is called Riptide. This is my third layout with the kit, but it is my first process video. Now I decided to go with this piece of paper from Elle Studio called, from their Thankful line, called Floral. And what I'm doing is I'm making a kind of a basket weave frame using this thin yellow washi tape from Amy Tangerine. Now I'm going to do 2 lines all the way across, but I am going to cut away from it in just a second because it goes on for a little bit of time, me trying to get it all lined up. Now once I get this all done, I go back with my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in my fine line bottle and just take care of all the edges that stick up because the washi tape does tend to, after a while, kind of curl up. I forgot to take the branding strip off, and here's where I show you. I have this new light, and I haven't quite worked out where my shadows start coming in to do close-ups. So for right now, the close-ups aren't turning out real great. So I will try to fix that, try to get it in the right place. Now I take this scrap piece of paper from Chamel, which is part of the counterfeit kit that I put on, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use that. And I think if I add this piece of dark blue cardstock I had left over from a previous layout I had done. Now this was from the Scraptastic kit. If I like that, then I will go ahead and add the dark paper, and I do like that, so I go ahead and I add the dark paper. Now it is not long enough, so I was thinking about adding another piece of paper to the bottom, and then I remember I really liked the branding strip from this paper, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. But first I'm just going to make sure that this Teresa Collins wood veneer that is part of my counterfeit kit works with the layout, and I really like the way that is going to look, but I'm not sure if I want to have it colored or not. So first I decide, oh, I'll color the back side of the F, and then I realize, no, I need to take a look at the full letter. I'm like, well, the A is both sides symmetric, and so I'm just going to do that, and I do like it, so I'm just going to take my tweezers so I don't get ink all over my hands and ink up all of the letters, and then set them aside to just dry a little bit before I start putting them on my paper. And I pull out that flare from the kit, and I think I'm going to use it, and I do end up using it, and this is when I remember that, oh yes, I did like that branding strip. So at first I tried tucking it behind, but because of where the paper ends, either you don't see anything underneath, or there's just a weird gap, and then I remember, oh yeah, the only thing at the bottom of this photo is a little bit of the table that was in front of all these people, and I don't think that's an important part of the photo. So this is a photo of my best friend's family. So I usually do almost all of my scrapping for my niece. I don't do it for my niece. I do it because I like it. But my niece is going to be the one who, has to deal with all of this when I'm dead. So there you go. So I cut the banner down and make some fishtail cuts to them. So anyways, this photo is of her family on her grandfather's 80th birthday, and all the members of family, and that is all of them because there are no more grandchildren, and none of the grandchildren have gotten married yet, even though at this point 2 of them are in their mid-20s. So this is what the family looks like in 2001, and so now that I have that top and bottom pieces all glued down, I'm going ahead and getting my title work done. Now I'm using these Elle Studio light pink letters that came in the kit, and what you're going to see is the family. I'm actually going to put their last name in there, but I don't want to put that up on YouTube. So it's the Smith family, but it's not Smith. Smith has left their last name. So I go ahead and get that glued down, and I'm really liking the way this is looking so far, so I'm going to start my embellishments. Now I'm trying to decide, oh, and yes, I do add the year. And so I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do for journaling. I'm not really doing a lot of journaling with this because it's really just going to be the so-and-so family, yada yada, at the party, but I'm going to list names, so I'm not going to journal on camera. I start by looking through these die cuts that I had pulled just from old Elle Studio kits, and I pull out that transparency, and I pull out that tag, but it's slightly too big, and because it's white you can't see the transparency, which I actually like quite a bit, And then I grabbed that Big Day die cut, and those are the only ones I pull, and I actually owned it. Wow, sorry. I actually only end up using the transparency and the Big Day die cut because I find that blue tag in the Thankful Bits and Pieces package that came in the kit, in the Scraptastic kit, and I really love the colors in this kit. So I pull out that Remember This file tab, the tag, and then the Photo Love circle die cut. And all of those are going to make it onto this layout along with that pink label die cut, which I'm going to use for my journaling. Now, the Chamel buttons were part of the counterfeit add-on kit I made, and I will end up using one of those, but first I'm going to take out this Amy Tangerine rub-on pack, and now the weird thing is the white ones don't want to stick at all, and the colored ones stick very much, including to my finger. So I get that line of little crosses, not crosses, but X's laid down. And then I'm also going to go back and grab, after I attach this to the label, this die cut to the label die cut, I'm going to add a bit more of those color washes, that pink one and then the yellow circle I'm going to add in my two embellishment clusters. Whew, apparently I'm having trouble speaking once again. Now, as I said, the colorful ones are very sticky. They even stick to the own rub-on, so it takes me a while to get both of those off. Now, originally I was going to put this on the bottom underneath my tag, but then I decided to try to see what it would look like over the tag. I actually really like the way it looks. So I go ahead and glue my tag down first, and then I put my rub-on down. Now, where those meet up is a hard line, so I actually had to rub a little bit harder just to get that down. And I'm happy with the way it looks, so I go and grab my tiny attacher to attach my transparency, and I decide that if I'm going to do that in the upper corner, I'm going to just put a couple of staples down in the bottom corner just for some, having it in more than one place. Now I decide to lay the rest of those X's just up above that branding strip, and I'm pretty much done at this point. The only thing I'm going to add is this wooden button and then some Chamel enamel dots. And yes, my cat was running what I call the Xanthe 500, which is where she just races around the living room for no apparent reason and knocked into my tripod. I will fix it in just a second, but I didn't want to cut this whole part out without that. I'm going to add some Heidi Swap Color Shine in butter, and after that it's going to cut away pretty quickly to the photo. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining me. Flick me a thumbs up if you can. I will have some more videos up this weekend, and have a great day, everyone. Bye!